All right, fellas. We are getting close to docking back on Earth as we only have 2 games left in the season.
Who?
That's right, the AFC and the NFC championship
Oh my goodness!
games.
How did we get here?
Man, it's happening. It's been a long, long season.
It has been a
The
long
rookie, if
season.
you're wondering where the rookie is, he's in the infirmary. He got a little bit of motion sickness as we went through warp speed the last round. I think he went 0-4. That'll make it.
Yeah, that's.
Winter of space.
Well, for the 4 teams that won and made it to their conference championship games, you get a well-earned pat on the back. But for the teams that lost, this is for you.
Philadelphia Eagles. Even though you lost, you also lost Foles. And you also lost what was the climbing back to the Super Bowl. And now, I don't know, Peterson, what are you going to do? I'm curious.
Go for it on 4th down.
Interesting question there. Hey, let's stay in the same division. Even though you lost, Dallas Cowboys. You know what? I've said it before, guys. I'll say it again. You got a good coach. You got a good quarterback. You got a good running back, you got all this good stuff going on for you. You just can't win on the road. And you're missing one component, Dallas. Even though you lost, you are going to gain the golden grail of X's and O's. Tony Romo will be in the cans next year, calling some shots.
Romo,
Put a little pizzazz in that offense.
We'll see. We'll
Yes,
see. I think it was
yes.
the defense that let him down.
Well, we don't worry about that so much right now because, you know, they got the parts and pieces of a very hot offense.
True.
And the defense was strong and kept him in a lot of games, and the by and by. So I'm not gonna.
Home watching with the rest of us.
You know,
Yes, indeed. Los Angeles Chargers, even though you lost, you were able to take some of that cold weather from New England and bring it back to Los Angeles because I heard it's snowing in some parts of Southern California.
What?
it's a
Good job.
playoff miracle.
Way not to show up at the game, but show up with the weather.
Weather or not.
Julio Jones. Wrong team. Who was the other team that lost? Oh, right.
The Colts.
Indianapolis Colts, even though you lost. Andrew Luck came back this year. He's got to be the comeback dude of the year, like the best comeback, right? Incredible. The defense looks good. You got all the pieces in all the pots.
Pieces and parts.
Next year looks even better.
Yeah.
Next year looks real good for the Colts. Like the end of the season, we're almost there.
The thrusters are a little backed up.
Thrusty.
Uh-oh.
Thrusters are very
Oh, man. It's time for us to take off. Okay, we're moving out. We're docked, we're landed, we're back on Earth. All right, let's move out.
Woo. Back on the rock. It's been a pleasure, fellas, flying with you.
Let's go, fellas.
I'm going to the bar.
Everybody's going to the bar. Where are they? What's going on?
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Well, fellas, the season's over, and playoffs, 28 teams are on vacation figuring it out. Now, as we do, we're going to prognosticate on our teams to see what they need to do and what they will do in the offseason. I'll kick it off. New York Giants, we need a new quarterback. Look, Eli's going to be gone. Dave Gettleman, Pat Shurmur, I'm sure they met with them, and they were like, look, man, you are not the dude anymore. 3 options. We're going to cut you. You could retire, or we're going to draft a kid and need you to take a pay cut. I think what they do is they get Teddy Bridgewater, who already understands Pat Shurmur's system from their time together in Minnesota, right?
Yes.
They get him, and they use this number 6 draft pick on that really kick-ass tackle Miller or whatever his name is out of Alabama, or the linebacker White out of LSU.
That's who you got.
some
That's your
type
guy.
of player that's going to be great. They can get that guy in Young, and Teddy Bridgewater is just licking his chops, wanting to play in a big market with Odell and Saquon.
Boom.
Bam.
Boom. What you thinking?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking, Benny. That was a nice take, Khalil. I like that. But I have to say, in this sort of predicament, we don't have the quarterback controversy in Pittsburgh, not yet anyway, because we all know Ben Roethlisberger runs the show. But however, we lost with Troy Polamalu, a defensive leader. We don't have that right now, and there's no on-field leader with this team. So this crap comes down on. Can I say crap on this channel?
You're allowed to say crap.
On Tomlin.
Wait, checking the.
Hold on a second. So what I have to say is this,
Crap's good.
folks. I think that the Steelers need a on-field defensive field general, such as a Polamalu, a James Harrison. Who is this? I don't know, Steeler Nation. Why don't you and I meditate on this in the offseason and see what we can
Franchise a defensive
come up
player,
with?
not these hot shots.
Maybe it could be that kid White out of LSU, the middle linebacker.
Huh? That might work real good over there.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Tomlin can get some new blood.
Yep.
What's going on in D.C. besides the shutdown, Benny?
Oh, besides the shutdown, right. It's been already said, Jay Gruden, job security. In fact, he's set. So that means more of the same. More of the same means taking pretty much any quarterback that comes our way and destroying them within 4 weeks. Whether it be injury or just lack of production.
Who's your guy, Benny?
My guy is Joe Flacco.
You heard it here first, folks.
The voice in his head. John Harbaugh, Ray Lewis. No space for Gruden in there. No space for Jay to make him a mediocre of mediocrity. Doesn't happen. That's the way to go. That's the best we're gonna do. And
This is Homer set.
same.
Homer Nation.
You know, yeah. We'll see what happens. Giants win the Super Bowl next year. We'll see.
Versus
We'll be right
Pittsburgh?
back.
I don't know.
High school sports are back. The 2018-19 season kicks off, and you could watch every ProView Network broadcast live on the NFHS network. Every moment, from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championships. Get your highly discounted monthly pass now. Go to ProViewNetworks.com and sign up. Watch New Mexico's best.
That's right. We're back on Earth, and we're back with Honest Press Conference. Up at the microphone is the Mav.
Hey guys, it is so good to be back on Earth. I love this rock, and I'm already having fun, and I'm ready to take your questions on this tremendous long season we've been through in outer space.
Yes, Mr. Maverick.
Yes, Benny Waska.
Right. I am Benny Waska with the Chowder Chronicle. We understand you're originally from the New England area.
A native I am, yes.
Excellent. The question is, you had a lot of segments regarding marijuana. How did you fare being in space without having any?
Well, any good astronaut knows where to stash his stash, so I'll leave that one up to the, interpreters. But, whoa, that was a close one. I got to say, when you're flying high in space, there's nothing better than flying high in space. And also, the Oracle, has a way of telling you what's right and wrong. And next question.
Oh, nice. This is Larry H. Barker, Albuquerque Journal.
Yes, Larry.
What would you say is your most prized prognostication of the 2018 season?
Oh, Larry, I love that question. That's a good question. I have to say that at one point, I believe in the preseason, I did call that the dreaded Ravens would rip the Central Division? No, it's the North. From the Steelers in the last game of the season. And I called it I'm sorry to have said that, Steeler Nation, but that's the facts, Jax. And that's what happened. So, you don't get on the ship for no reason. You got to have some prognostication skills. And although I don't know football that well and I'm a terrible skit actor, I did manage to make that fantastic prognostication. Thank you.
Maverick,
Yes.
Benny Waska.
What, Benny?
Right, so there is tale of how the prognosticators came to be. And it seems that you are at the center of that story. Would you share that with the people?
Well, we started off as a sort of dog and pony show, making very grandiose projections about the football universe that one might say were not necessarily qualified. But yet, somehow, they gave us the keys to a spaceship,
Only
and next
sometimes,
thing
right?
we know, we're flying around the football universe and making these incredible football moments happen, out in space, and translating them and bringing them back to the people in Football Nation. I believe we've succeeded in our mission, and this is Mav, the navigation. By the way, I can't see for a bat, but this is Mav, the nav, saying, next question, no more questions.
Honest Press Conference keeps on rolling. Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett?
Hey, fellas. Hi.
Coach Garrett, got a question for you.
Excellent.
Terrell Owens called you, and I quote, a sapsucker.
A sapsucker. What is a sapsucker? Is that something that even exists?
Right here, Webster's dictionary, it says, an American woodpecker that pecks rows of holes into trees and visits for sap and insects.
I get it. You're funny. Funny guy.
T.O. also called for your job.
Oh, did he? I seem to remember firing him in 2009. You're not in the game, buddy. Take a back seat. Yakety yak. Don't talk back.
Hey, thank you for that, sir.
You're welcome.
Mr. Garrett, this is Danny White from the Dallas Swamp.
Danny.
And I've been wondering, you've been compared to Tom Landry, the Tom Landry.
Okay.
It's not very flattering.
Let me stop you right there. Okay. Jerry Jones, I'll have you know, one of his first acts as owner of the Dallas Cowboys was to fire Tom Landry, right? He's a legend. If you like him so much, why don't you hire him back? Oh, wait, he's dead. So, next question, buddy.
Jason,
He's very angry about that.
that's a straight answer.
Ruffles my feathers.
It reminds me of piggybacking on that question and wondering, it's rumored that Jerry Jones is giving you an extension and a raise.
Of course he is. I own this division. I mean, come on, 3 out of the last 5 championships of the division. That's me, buddy. Not to mention the fact that, look at next year. Giants, they're gonna suck. The Skins, what a hot mess. And the Eagles going down, down, down. It's Cowboy Nation. It's Cowboys time. I'm the head coach. I'm about to jump on my Harley because it's vacation time. No more questions. And we are back with Honest Press Conference. Khalil, who are you going to be?
Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph of the Los Angeles Chargers. All right.
What's up?
Hey, Vance.
Fellas, how's it going?
This is Charlie Joyner here with the San Diego Free Press.
Hey, what's up, man?
And I'm wondering, how did you feel about your game plan up there in New England?
Man, I don't know how I felt about the game plan, but I know I felt cold. You don't feel it? The wind and the breeze coming in, you feel all like Sleepy Hollow. That was in New England, right? It just feels all weird and cold. And I mean, we tried to do something. We didn't do enough. It was cold, though. It was cold. I couldn't think. Next question.
Yes, this is 5th Street Dix with the LA Observatory. Vance, what happened actually in the game?
What happened was it was so cold outside that we wanted to get hot chocolate put in the water coolers, but we couldn't. And I was like, man, we can't drink the water because it's freezing. And it was just cold. Oh, you guys don't feel how cold it is? I was like, Phillip Rivers, how can you handle this? He's like, I'm cold too. Oh, it was so cold. I don't know what happened. We were just all trying to go home as soon as we can back to LA. Next question.
Vance, this is the Mav Man, back down on earth. Watched your whole season. You did a tremendous job. What's it like to be one of the last black coaches still standing?
Oh man, it makes me hot. I get so hot. I'm like, first of all, we used to get together every other Sunday at one of the coaches' houses. We would sit back and relax and have fun and everything and be like, man, it's so cool being a black coach in this league. And Mike Tomlin's like, yeah, man, I know I got these knuckleheads, but it's cool. And I'm like, yeah, but it's all right, man. Phillip Rivers got a gang of kids and we hang out. And now it's just me and Mike. And Mike talks too much and he got them real weird eyes and whatnot. Sometimes Marv Lewis used to just calm it down because he was smooth. He'd walk around with some Courvoisier and he'd be like, hey. And Steve Wilkes was like, I'm up here in Arizona. Will somebody please save me? So I think he's actually happy to be done. Needless to say, I'm going to be real sad. I'm really mad and hot that there's only a few black coaches left. Next question. No more questions.
Thanks, Coach.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Albuquerque Computer and Electronics Recycling. It's Albuquerque's only company that's independently certified to receive and process all sorts of consumer electronics and business IT assets like computers, laptops, and cell phones. They've been around for 10 years. All the important and sensitive private information is wiped clean to DoD standards, and all materials processed in the most environment-friendly way possible. Give them a call, 505-249-9495. Recycle your end-of-life electronics today.
All right. It's that time. We're going to check out the playoff standings to see how we've all done. Along with our special guest, Miss Erica Viking from 102.5, Coyote 102.5. Erica and the Hoff listen to them Monday through Friday, every day in the morning. And Erica is proven to be the master prognosticator. Look at her, 8-1,
It's
fellas.
that female's intuition.
She got it. 8-1, 8-1. Friday the Mechanic and myself coming in with the respectable 6-3. But fellas, y'all having... it's been tough in the playoffs for you this year.
Yeah, so.
I'm not sure the Mavs team was built for the postseason this year.
Man.
I just, I'm a true prognosticator. I pick the teams that I want to win. And when it comes to the playoffs, absolutely, because that's it. It's over. And if I pick the team that I didn't want to win, and I was right about it, and my numbers were good, I'm selling out my own prognosticating soul.
It's a
You
tricky
can't
situation.
do that. It's all about soul and the prognosticators. It's all about all soul and all heart. All heart. All heart. All right, so let's look at the games. Sunday, we got the early game. The early game going on. We got the New Orleans Saints defending their home turf against the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, my goodness.
Fellas, what do you think? What do you think is going to go down?
Doggone it, I see you guys looking my way. I'm on the spot. I'm nervous. I'm sweating buckets right now. Bullets all over the place. You know what? I love the fact that, thank you, I can finally see clearly that the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, are going to win this game. And they're going to win it because all these veteran free agents they have are going to take over the game with their on-field leadership. And I think the Saints have been on kind of a rocky boat for a while, And now, even at home, even in the dome, it's not enough to bring the stuff home. For the Saints, it's going to be LA's game.
Who dat?
All
Who
right.
dat who? Oh, who? Yeah, no,
Well, now I'm looking you all the way because good luck with this.
Okay, you know, Mav, I'm thinking a lot along the same lines as you, having watched the Saints get behind for the last, seems like 4 or 5 games. They've gotten behind early and have had to claw their way back to a win. Now, obviously, they really did handle business last week with Philly. That got up to a 14-point lead, and you're like, oh boy, here we go. But then the defense really did show up. I'm most impressed with the defense. However, I am going with the Rams. The reason being, I still don't think we've seen their best. I don't think we're going to see their best until the Super Bowl. And if we go back to preseason, I did pick them to win the Super Bowl. I'm staying with it all the way. I believe that they can go into the dome, handle business, key on the fact that Thomas really is the only receiver, and if Smith doesn't show out, they're done. They're not going to outscore the Rams.
That is sound. Both of you guys are making sound arguments that I agree with. And, you know, the one thing about the Saints that I think is going to happen is the Saints defense is going to come out there and play hard. Neither defense can afford to miss tackles, right? The Saints are going to play hard, and they're going to try. They're going to have some scheme things that may help them put up some points early so they don't get behind. Look out for that. But one thing I think is going to happen, Mav, you mentioned it, Ben, you mentioned it as well. The way Ndamukong Suh, Marcus Peters, and Aqib Talib played last week was like, wow, okay, Aqib Talib has a Super Bowl. Marcus Peters ain't been close. Ndamukong Suh has never been this close to a Super Bowl in his career. And he's like, this might be it.
He showed out.
He showed out. They're like, let's get this. Aaron Donald, those big-time free agents that they signed are going to come through and play hard. It's going to be a brilliant game. But I think that I think we're not done seeing. Like, it's a few things. C.J. Anderson bringing that run game.
CJ's bringing it.
It's really difficult because now it's suddenly Mark Ingram is hurt a little bit. Now the Rams are the ones with the two-headed rushing attack right now coming into the game. And I still think, and what is it? They were like, how were they able to run like that? And the offensive linemen were saying, like, Dallas tipped off their scheme. They were talking about how they tipped off their scheme. They knew when they were going to do a stunt or something. They said it worked 90% of the time by which hand they had on the ground and how guys were lined up. Their coaches saw something in a tendency and knew. So I think looking into that, knowing the strategy guy Sean Payton is, he's going to try to make sure that they disguise some stuff, but I think he's going to get out-schemed on defense by whatever Wade Phillips has got something up his sleeve. I don't think we're done seeing the magic of the coordinators and the coaches for the Rams. This is going to be a great game, a brilliant chess match we're going to see on Sunday. It's how the players
Maybe
execute.
even for a small dynasty to come.
Ooh, possibly. So all three of us are going Rams. Jesse is going Saints.
Friday's going Fruity Chronic.
Okay.
That's what he texted. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
so,
does that mean Los Angeles?
That probably means
Most
Denver.
certainly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe we should.
Fruity Chronic.
Definitely.
Meant for
Good job,
me.
Friday.
Denver,
Good job.
Denver,
That was
Denver.
meant for me.
And
Friday, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
It's going to
Hey,
send
easy.
me
I'm no
her
middleman.
pick on this game, but I think Erica may go the Rams. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right or not. We'll see if I'm right or not. So that's the big thing. So the night game, fellas.
Well, let's see.
Young Patrick Mahomes is defending Arrowhead Stadium from the Patriots, who are looking to cash in on their Super Bowl reservation.
Fellas, let me jump in on this one.
Get it.
I've got a lot of investment as an AFC guy. I am. I'm the AFC guy here, and I got to tell you, I'm a Chiefs guy too. You know, as one of my.
Yeah, you've been touting them for a
I've
while.
been touting them.
Alex.
However, I have a lot of roots in the New England area, and it's one of those things as a Steelers fan, that's a duality that you have to overcome because at once the Patriots are a pinnacle of football operations and efficiency, and yet the Chiefs are that fun team you love to say, I'm a Chiefs fan this year, because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the uniforms are bitchin', but unfortunately the game plan isn't. and the New England Patriots are going to roll in with a ragged road record in the playoffs and make a statement saying this year belongs to us.
Wow. Did not expect that at all.
Throwing the flag on that.
You know, I didn't expect it either.
Again, I'm a prognosticator in the truest sense of the word. I saw what the Patriots did last week. I saw the way they dismantled Los Angeles Chargers. I saw how Brady sat back in the pocket, did his fingernails, decided maybe he'd, check his socks. I don't know. He didn't get touched. He didn't get breathed on because they were running I formations out of like 20 feet, things you hadn't seen in a decade. It was like a whole nother entire offensive coordinator stepped in with a whole new game plan. The thing that the Chiefs tend to suffer from in the playoffs.
Not the best defense.
At home, they're a great defense.
However,
Well, they suck.
Last week I saw in the Chiefs, Kansas City, something I haven't seen. The last time they went to a division championship was with Montana. I saw that.
The state, Montana?
Yes.
Joe.
Oh, Joe Montana.
He is a state.
Oh.
A true state of football.
The state of Montana.
But this kid, Mahomes, he's Mahomes in his own skin. You know what I'm saying, Mahomes? All Mahomes out there. And yes, the defense absolutely did show up in the most keyest of moments. Like, they gamed up. I'm prognosticating that the Chiefs win. The only advantage is that they're at home, and Mahomes is this X factor that they can't get a wrangle on. And because I really want that to happen.
I do. I want it to happen as well. Now, the first time they played in Foxborough, man, looks like they were going to get blown out, and Mahomes brings them back, and suddenly New England's fighting for their life. Now, both teams have seen each other, but like you said, New England comes out there a whole new different team every week. That's their beauty. They are these amoeba chameleons. They're a whole new team every week. Who knows what they're going to come out with in this week? Who knows what kind of team New England's going to be on offense and or defense?
We don't know.
I will say this.
We don't know.
The Chiefs.
We don't know.
The Chiefs team at home, they did the stats. The Chiefs are a top 10 defense at home. On the road, they're the worst in the league. So they're at home. They played that well. You know Tom Brady and them are going to put up points. But like Benny said, it's all about this kid, Mahomes. And yes, Bill Belichick saw him once before. Bill Belichick and his stranglehold defense on quarterbacks, I think that I'm going to give that more to Romeo Crennel. Because since Crennel has left, look, we've seen Deshaun eat him up. We saw, what was the other kid? They've been ate up by a few young quarterbacks in the past couple of years. Mahomes ate him up. Mahomes is going to eat him up again. That's the thing. You can scheme against Mahomes all you want. You ain't ready for no look passes.
What?
No look passes.
We wasn't ready.
See?
Try it again.
Okay.
Good luck getting this from my cold dead hands.
No passes. That's what happens. And so there's and they said he practices all this wild stuff.
He does too.
And the kid's got the moxie. I think Patrick Mahomes is like, I'm fitting to go down as the best quarterback of all time.
It's his peripherals.
He got this moxie that
I see you.
Look, Patrick Mahomes had plenty of times
way.
this season to show that he was shook. And he is unshakable right now.
Truly is.
Like, nobody has been able to shake Patrick Mahomes.
No, he just gets back up.
So,
and he talks like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog was him.
I think we're back down on earth now. It's time to go see some games.
Yeah, we're going to check out the games and make it happen. Jesse's picking the Patriots.
Oh, let's go see Bartholomew. Let's see what he's up to.
What's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be great. Prognosticators, happy.
You don't get nachos in space.
Games. We'll see y'all next week.